Amid the hustle and bustle of the medical world filled with tension and decisions that must be taken in a short time, there is one case that stands out: the threat of a deadly virus that lurks one of the members of BTS, Jungkook. What appears to be an ordinary medical emergency soon turns into a major test for medical teams, requiring them to make high-risk decisions in an effort to stop the spread of a virus that can be fatal. The virus in question is not an ordinary virus. The virus has the potential to destroy the human body in a short time, has extensive organ damage, and ultimately bring the victim to the brink of death. This is what makes Jungkook's situation so urgent, and the role of doctors so crucial in dealing with this challenge. Deadly virus that threatens life. The virus that threatens Jungkook is a new type of virus that is not yet widely known by the medical world. Scientists around the world are struggling to study this virus, but due to the speed of spread and its aggressive nature, very few know how best to deal with it. Although there are already several studies that note the possibility of transmission and early symptoms, the virus is capable of mutating rapidly, making its treatment even more difficult. For Jungkook's body, this virus is very dangerous. In the body of an individual with an immune system that may be weaker than normal, the effects can be much more fatal. Early symptoms of the virus include high fever, excruciating body aches, as well as severe respiratory distress. In some cases, the virus can directly attack the central nervous system, which can lead to coma or even death. The doctors who treated Jungkook were well aware of this risk. They know that the actions they take in the first few hours will determine the fate of the patient. The faster the handling, the more likely to survive. However, the decision to take more aggressive measures also carries its own risks. The decisive decision of the doctor in the early stages. Doctors face a major dilemma. Should they proceed with more conventional and safer treatments, which are likely to take longer to show their effects, or take a riskier approach, but which can give faster results? The first decision they took was the administration of a very powerful monoclonal antibody therapy, a step that is usually only applied in very critical cases. This therapy aims to stop the replication of the virus in the body and give time for the immune system to work. However, this therapy is not without risks. Side effects can be severe, including severe allergic reactions, heart problems, and impaired kidney function. However, the doctors did not have much choice. With the virus rapidly evolving in Jungkook's body, they decided to take this risky path. They know that if they don't act now, it will be too late to prevent further spread. Challenges and tensions faced behind the scenes, the medical team worked tirelessly. They faced the enormous challenge of constantly monitoring Jungkook's condition, trying to stabilize his blood pressure, body temperature, and other vital organ functions. The tension in the medical room was palpable. The team of doctors and nurses worked in near-perfect coordination, while pressure on the part of BTS's family, management, and anxious fans grew. However, in the midst of this crisis, the doctors didn't just focus on Jungkook's physical care. They should also consider the psychological impact that this emergency may have. Keeping Jungkook mentally strong is very important. They try to provide moral support, remembering that fear and anxiety can worsen the physical condition of the patient. The role of technology in medical care in the modern medical world. Technology plays a major role in supporting critical decisions. Inside the intensive care unit, various sophisticated devices are used to monitor every tiny change in Jungkook's body. From heart monitors to blood oxygen monitoring, all of these devices provide information that is very important to medical teams. Point one technology that is very helpful in this case is CT scans and MRI scans that are used to monitor damage to vital organs. With the help of the resulting three-dimensional images, the doctors can quickly find out how far the virus has spread and determine the next steps. Not only that, doctors also use global medical databases to study the latest approaches to dealing with this type of virus. They work closely with scientists from around the world who develop experimental therapies, trying to find more effective solutions. This technology has been key in tackling the crisis faced by Jungkook. Jungkook's resilience and strength in crisis, on the other hand, despite being in a very critical condition, Jungkook showed great constancy. As a much-loved public figure, she has a responsibility not only to herself, but also to fans who continue to wish her well. In every second of his fight against this virus, he became a symbol of hope and strength. To the medical team who treated him, Jungkook often gave smiles and words of encouragement despite his weak body. This positive attitude gives additional energy to the doctors and nurses who care for him, remembering that part of the healing process is to keep spirits high. The world waits. Decisions to be made. All eyes are on Jungkook and his ongoing medical journey. Meanwhile, the medical team continues to work tirelessly. At the same time, BTS fans around the world can't help but feel anxious and hope for the best. They wish Jungkook a full recovery and a return to the stage, living a life full of music and happiness. However, despite the world's hope, the decisions taken by the medical team remain key. They are on the front line in this warfare, fighting against time and so deadly virus. Ultimately, the outcome of these risky decisions will determine whether Jungkook will recover or become a victim of this terrible disease. An ending that brings hope. As time went on, there was finally a glimmer of hope. Although the condition is still very critical, the treatment taken is beginning to show positive signs. The virus in Jungkook's body began to atrophy, and his immune system began to show a stronger reaction. Gradually, it begins to stabilize. This long struggle provides important lessons about courage in the face of risk, the importance of medical technology, as well as the mental fortitude necessary to survive in extreme situations. For Jungkook, it's not just about survival, but about the strength to fight a challenging destiny. Conclusion: a reminder of human toughness. This case is a perfect example of how technology, human resilience, and critical medical decisions can collaborate to confront a seemingly invincible threat. The doctors who treated Jungkook pointed out that in the medical world, nothing is more important than taking a bold step when everything depends on the decision. This story also reminds us of how precious every second is in an emergency medical situation and how every small decision can have an enormous impact. In Jungkook's case, these moments will always be remembered as a very decisive time for his life. With the high-risk steps taken by medical professionals, Jungkook has a chance to heal and continue his life's journey, which of course will give a lot of inspiration to the world that continues to follow this story.